All right, here's some breaking news and potentially massive news for anyone who is offshoring their contact centers to, say, the Philippines or India or South Africa, right? The BPO industry and kind of the contact center industry in general. Two senators, bipartisan, senator from Arizona, Senator Gallego, and from West Virginia, Senator Justice, just introduced the Keep Call Centers in America Act. And again, if you're in the BPO world, this could be a real turning point is if this thing gets momentum. So here's what this bill says. If you offshore contact center work or hire a partner like a BPO, offshore, you now have to give 120 days notice to the Secretary of Labor that you're offshoring, right? Your company then will get added to a public offshoring kind of shame list, I guess, kind of what it sounds like, for 5 years. If you skip that notice and just pretend it doesn't exist, you'll get a $10,000 a day per day fine, right? So you need to be on the list if you're doing this. Once you're on that list, though, you lose access to all federal grants and all federally backed loans. And that's a huge deal, right? Because, 75% of all commercial loans in the United States are backed by the federal government. They have some type of federal government guarantee. Those would all be gone to these companies that are doing the offshoring. So that's massive, right? And if companies are thinking, well, hey, I'm going to try to grab funding before I move or trying to move to offshore, then that's not going to work either because there's a clawback clause in the bill and they'll take that money back. There's kind of a transparency piece to this too. So every single call, outbound or inbound, must now begin with the disclosure of agent location, right? Where they are, and also if it's AI or not. If that agent isn't in the United States, the caller must be offered to be able to transfer to someone who is in the States. So that's there in some states, but now it will become kind of a federal rule. Again, the same as we're talking about here with the offshoring goes for AI too, right? Bots have to identify themselves. They have to give and you have to have the option to then speak to a USA human. Annual certification of the FCC is now required. If you falsify your offshoring status, that would be an FTC violation. So this thing has some real teeth. And if this goes through, will I think really upend the offshoring deal. The other thing that I think what this will do is this will be a massive driver of onshoring of customer service jobs. But at the same time, because that expense is up, it's going to accelerate AI adoption across the industry, especially here in the States. So that's kind of where I feel like these kind of AI powered BPOs, like here at Expedia, this would be like a godsend for us, right? Because we can help companies with their AI, but also have the USA agents and be in full compliance with everything. And also, we're going to get a heads up now on any type of federal contact center programs. So, this is just, I think, more than just compliance. It would be a total reshaping of how customer support gets done in America. I'm still skeptical if this thing gets through in kind of the form that it's in, but hats off to the two senators. This is a great start for at least looking at kind of that bringing the contact center jobs, bringing customer service, and then really jump starting AI here in the States.